guess you guys found us out, huh? That we were here. Welcome to Flash Family, Scenes from Life, the lost episodes. The reason they're lost is because nobody's ever seen them. The reason they've never seen them is because they've never been done. And so that's what we're going to do tonight, is bring out one of these new shows that's never been done, as opposed to all the other ones that have never been done. And tonight you'll be seeing a show that didn't exist, but doesn't exist right now and won't exist 2 hours from now. Everything that's going to be done. That sounds so sad. Is this what life means? What we're going to do is do a show with your cooperation. And that means we're going to be asking you for all kinds of suggestions throughout the evening. We're going to ask you very simple suggestions. We're not going to scare you off right away. Things like, you know, a color or a kind of food, things like that. Also, what we're going to be doing is asking you to dig a little bit deeper inside yourself. That sounds sad, too. By asking you things, what's something that gives you nightmares? What was the reason your marriage didn't break up? All sorts of things like that. So we're going to be going for different levels. For instance, if I asked you for a disease of the endocrine system, you would say, right, mucoviscidosis, thank you. Very sharp crowd. So relax a little bit. Not too much, though, because we don't want you to doze off. But what we're going to do now is just get right into it. And I brought my sacred decoder pen. And what we're going to do is ask you for a location you would not want to wake up in tomorrow morning.
The dump.
The dump. The dump? The dump. A dump anywhere particular?
Beirut.
Topical audience, okay. A Beirut dump, all right. And something, what's something you threw away?
Ivy.
Ivy?
Ivy.
Ivy. And she was pretty pissed off about it. Okay, Ivy. And, a form of animal that you would not want as an entree.
Hedgehog.
Porcupine.
Porcupine, thank you very much. Okay. We'll come back in about an hour and a half and see if we can do this. But in the meantime, think spontaneous. All right, the show will begin in about 10 seconds.
Hi, welcome to another special edition of Flashy Evening Magazine.
And here we are in the Beirut dump.
And it's so exciting. You know, we're out of the Santa Clara area.
That's
We
right.
come all the way to Beirut just to look at this fabulous dump. And God, it looks trashy out there, doesn't it?
It's just wonderful. There's so many little hidden treasures around here. Like,
It's
look at
amazing.
these shells. Aren't these?
Those are still a little warm. I wouldn't.
Oh.
Very unique. You know?
This is. The budget went up this year, so we were able to include some obscure tourist attractions from other countries, which is why we started here.
It's so exciting. Believe me. Oh, this is Sue Walden.
And this is Jim Lilie. We'll be your host for Flash Evening Magazine this evening. In fact, we'll be here in Beirut all week, visiting different...
Actually, I think we're going to do 5 shows tonight, and then we'll show them the rest of the week.
Sure, that's
okay.
Well, aren't they
Seriously.
exciting? The air is very changeable here. Sometimes
It is.
it's real smoky, and sometimes it's real clear. You never
A
know.
little bit of heat, it just comes in on you, but you know, it's very good for the pores. I've noticed I don't have a blanket since I'm in this country.
That's right, and the nights here are so exciting. It's like the 4th of July every single time.
Nobody ever needs a wake-up call in Beirut. When you work here, it's something going off about every 15, 20 seconds.
We're having such a good time.
It is tremendous here. And it's good to be working with you again. It's
Nice
been
to be with you,
months.
too. That's
Yeah.
right.
You know, I was going to say for our first guest, we have a film clip that we
That's right.
ran earlier, that we actually filmed earlier, so
We
we
met
can show it
this
to you now.
wonderful couple. The Smithers were their
The
names.
Smithers,
yes.
yeah.
Evelyn and Albie Smithers. Smithers. There's no H
No
in there,
H in
is
there.
that?
Gosh almighty.
That's right.
The exciting thing about the Smithers is that they are experts on ivy. They've done so many things.
You wouldn't believe what they can do with
I mean,
ivy.
things that I never have done with ivy. I'll
Me
tell you
neither.
right now.
I've never even thought of some
Made
of
me
these
feel like a
things.
real dunce about ivy, you know? These guys are great. So can we roll that piece of film?
Sure, and we'll poke around here in the dump and see what other wonderful little surprises we can find for you.
Listen for the explosions.
Smithers.
And I'm Evelyn Smithers.
And we're here today to talk to you about ivy.
We use ivy for most everything. Albie, why don't you show them our living wallpaper?
Right over here in the living room behind our fabulous couch that we got for free and we talk about next week, so tune in then too, is our living wall of ivy. Now note that there are 3 different types here, and there are 3 different types here because we grew 3 different types. But it's not just a living wall that you can decorate with ivy with. Tell them.
Yes, Albie. Well, I would also like to show you our new ivy salad. Albie put this together this morning.
And it's delicious. Except for the stems.
I want you to know, folks, too, that all this ivy was absolutely free. We just took it from the outside of our house and brought it to the inside of our house.
But there are ways to find it even inside the normal house. Now, you probably have never thought about this, but every fish tank in America contains a certain type of ivy. And if you want to, you can train it to grow out and over the lip and onto the floor so that you can have ivy in and out of your fish tank.
We have also planted ivy in the waterbed so that you don't need to use sheets.
Back here, note it gives you the feeling of being outdoors when you lie on it. It's kind of a wilderness experience.
Notice how the ivy ebbs and flows and ups and downs. It just puts you right to sleep just like a baby. Albie? Well, thank you, folks. And come on over next week and we'll show you more fun with ivy.
Can you believe this shell? Wow, this is enormous.
That's wonderful. I found a piece of a roof.
But,
You can tell a lot about people from pieces of their roof.
Yeah, turn it over on the inside.
hang on. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thanks for dropping by.
Did you catch that?
Studio
Wasn't that
audience is
exciting?
great. Oh, they are really something. You know, one thing you can do with one of these big shells, if you turn it upside down, the casing, you can turn it into a wastebasket for your den. So there are many things here you can get in the
Or an
back.
umbrella stand. I'm
Yeah.
sure you could think of 5 or 6 things after meeting the Smithers. You probably could think of many things to do with that.
Okay.
Death to Yankees! All right.
Why don't we move over here?
We got some new sponsors this week, and they're just so anxious to tell you about their products. So, you know, it could be much better than an elephant's foot. I've seen those things. I wouldn't. But a shell casing.
And we have here, with this piece of a roof, I think we could make a lovely trivet. What do you think?
I think it's too. You turn it over. Let me see what's on the inside. Oh God, somebody's brains. Probably better that we don't show that on TV. You know.
There's a wonderful little cafeteria just down the road, or at least it was an hour ago. You never know.
You know what I had there today? I had kabash. It was so delicious.
He
I
gave
don't know
me a
what
taste of it, too. That
Really?
was so unusual.
Yeah, you still have a little bit of. I don't know what it was,
Well, I'll
but it
tell
was
you
very
what,
good.
and what it reminded me of is some of the things that I've seen Buona Jim Marmoset cooking up for some of his critters.
Oh, he knows how to feed those critters well.
He sure
really
does.
He
And we
really
brought him back tonight. I know he was a real favorite of everybody's.
Yeah.
So Buona Jim is here tonight to educate you a little more about our friends from the animal kingdom.
Can we roll that piece of tape?
Yes.
Hello everybody, Buona Jim Marmoset here at the Zoo Review. And as you know, we are all God's creatures. Some of us have more reason to cry ourselves to sleep at night, though. One such creature is the porcupine. So I thought I'd bring one along. And this is Ferdinand. He's an adult male. And little testy son of a bitch, though. Put them down, put them down. There we are. So you gotta look at that face. Looks kind of like a beaver, doesn't it? But with an attitude, probably. Some people think porcupines aren't defensive. I don't. I think they're just misunderstood. Actually, the missus and I keep them around the house. They do serve useful functions. I use one of them. I put envelopes on them. It fills up. I just stick them. Pays off. I get all my bills right there. They know where everything is. Also, the missus and I use them as an attractive centerpiece for holiday occasions. We just put little pimento olives on them. Or some pineapple. People think that they're baked ham. It's very exciting. The history of the porcupine. Oh, I was afraid you would ask. The history of the porcupine. Like most animals, they are prehistoric. They don't know it though. They've just been on this planet for a long time, and as you probably know or could guess, porcupines do mate for life. That's because once you get two porcupines together, there's no way to get them apart. It's natural selection. It's survival of the species or whatever it is. So if you think of investing in a porcupine, they are a good deal right now. Try to get a match set. Because if you do that, then you can keep them outside and use them to scrape your shoes before you come in the house in the evening. So these are a few tips I have so that you can understand the porcupine for what it is, which is a pretty sad, loathsome creature. So I'm just going to take mine back with me, and hope to see you next week on the Zoo Review when we look at the differences in saliva between animals.
Jim Marmoset.
The whole place takes on a different cast
That tape was
at night.
just great. I just loved it.
We're here at night now.
Yeah, it's been wonderful.
Yes.
It's wonderful. But Jim Marmoset just knocked. I just love him.
He knows so much.
I've got, in my video cassette library at home, I've got 500 of those adventures over the last 15 years. He's done so many. I can watch porcupines and hedgehogs and all kinds. It's just
the hedgehogs were my favorite.
I've spent many weekends with a good glass of chocolate milk in front of that TV set watching Jim Marmoset for hours on end. Just a hint, just a little hint.
Watch the night skies tonight. As one of the things that we promised you was a lot of excitement at night. We're hoping that there'll be some artillery flying and we can get some good shots of it.
Be sure to keep your little shrapnel hats on, though, that we issued you when you came in, because it can get a little messy if you don't.
And dangerous. Of course, that's why we're here.
Because we're messy and dangerous. That's not true. You are so easy. Really. That there is a traveling troupe that's coming through Beirut to entertain the undercover soldiers. What the hell, everybody knows about all this stuff, so why should we
keep it a secret? It's in the paper all the time.
They're over here. Bob Hope wouldn't come over. He's so old. He's just so old, But there is a troupe coming through, and we're going to introduce them, and we're going to have a little, possibly a demonstration.
That's right. That's what we're hoping for. The reason that they're so special here in Beirut is because you never know where they're going to play. Yeah. Because from one night to the next, the building may or may not be there.
That's why they say appearing at a theater near you soon. One theater could be over here next week. It's near you. But they're great kids.
And sometimes we have to use the cafeteria. And sometimes they've used a garage.
Sure.
A hut. Sure. Different things.
Right. So one time they just held pieces of roof over their heads and ran around pretending they were inside.
That's right.
They're so creative. These kids are creative.
The reason that they're able to do that, of course, is because they're an improv company. So they don't require any special stage or anything like that. They just play wherever they end up that night.
Wherever they choose. And over here they call them the Flash family.
Right.
It's kind of unique. And in Arabic that's well, it just looks like spaghetti. I can't read it.
But it's colorful. And of course, you all know them in the United States, the Flash family. And so we're going to join them tonight. One of the things that we love to do on this program is try new things.
She loves to do it. It kind of scares the hell out of me, frankly. I try to be a good sport, but I got a lot of wet trousers from this show. I just want to be honest. Let's share, okay?
So let's bring them out. I know that they're waiting over there behind there, okay.
This is Doug Kassel.
Right, this is Deegan.
Keith Anderson. Good to see you guys. What troopers to come all the way over here?
Well, we're real excited to have you here on the show. And so why don't you tell us what you're going to be doing tonight?
We don't know.
Oh my! Oh, I'm scared.
It's one over on you, Sue.
It's sort of up to the audience, what we do. They sort of direct
Oh,
Well, you didn't give us any cue cards or anything. That's why we weren't sure.
Yeah, you're better off, actually, probably.
We're going to do this with you?
Right.
Oh,
Certainly,
yeah.
we'd like you to join in.
Oh, my goodness.
Simply saying what's on top of your mind and hoping you can keep the top of your mind.
Oh, yeah.
The laughs are flying fast and furious now.
One thing you might want to remember is it doesn't necessarily have to be funny. Improv is just improv. It is what it is.
And after all, we're in Beirut, so...
That's right, there's not a lot of funny stuff is happening here.
It's not here right now, no.
Well, we have to trust ourselves that whatever's going to come out is going to come out. So you're welcome to come and play with us.
Oh, let's do it. What the heck? You know.
Why not?
What troopers. Okay. Well, how about if Jim Lilie and Sue Walden fill in and play Jim Lilie and Sue Walden tonight?
No,
Oh,
you're getting
gosh.
crazy. I don't know if I can deal with
Pretty
that.
exciting stuff. Well, okay. In 30 seconds after we take a commercial break, you're going to see us. I think we're in a Quonset hut tonight or something.
Well,
We're
if
performing.
it's still there, if it's still there, we
Still
are.
there?
We're going to tell you everything you need to know in 30 seconds.
Oh, perfect. I'm relieved.
And I'm ready. I've taken that speed listening course, so I'll just get it right in there.
All right.
Let's go backstage and get loose.
We're going to break for a commercial back in 30 seconds with the Flash family.
That's right. Oh,
Every day we read about big stories in the newspaper that, to me, sometimes are real distressing and disturbing and important in my life. But there are also lots of little things on a daily basis that take my attention. What is something on a daily basis that wouldn't come at you from the newspaper but is a part of your life?
Your list of things to do. Brushing your teeth.
I heard lists of things to do. Thank you.
bank. Dentist.
Madge, I'm ready to go. Would you just check my backpack, please? And I've got the ticket for the cleaners.
Great.
The note from the grocery store.
Great. Got the deposit slip?
I've got the deposit slip.
Okay.
And I've also got the note from your mother for the shut-in stuff that I have to get for her.
Okay.
Okay, all that. Would you tape this to my wrist?
Dentist appointment. It's dentist appointment on there.
Okay, stand by here. Dentist, red light on the dentist. Priority 1.
Okay.
Put some tape over that. That would be fine. That's good. That's good. Because I can go. Whoop! Got it right there. Whoop! Okay, good. Good. I feel good about it. Ready, Ann?
Oh, God, that's right.
Well, I could do it Thursday at 2. How does that look for you?
Never, never, ever.
Okay,
Ever.
what about next Sunday?
I don't know about you people in the audience, but every morning I have to make out a list, and I have my job things. I'm freelance, so I have my job list, and I also have my chore things that I have to do. So no priorities though. Everything's same priority. Like if I have to buy a box of cereal, it's as important as going and picking up the iron lung for my pet or something. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's all on the list. And at the end of the day, if I get it all done, I feel real good. If I miss one thing, shoots the night.
So, I imagine that you talk to the lawyer and everything's all set, and so we don't have to really communicate that much anymore.
You've got to talk to the lawyer.
I think that if we're going to make this work, and I'm actually going to move out, that you need to talk to the lawyer, because every time we do this, we get into a fight!
Get your list out. There's nothing on my list that says lawyer, and on number 3 on your list it says talk to the lawyer.
That's right.
Is this admissible in court?
No, and we're not agreeing on this. We need to come to some agreement here, because otherwise I'm gonna have my rights, you're gonna have your rights, and you'll say, I never told you.
Let me make some notes off of your list.
Welcome to the beautiful camp here, honey, and I know we're going to have a great weekend because at 6:59,
As a scout, I promise to be cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, reverent, ambitious, hungry.
Did you put the cat out?
Yeah, I did.
Did you blow candles?
Yeah, I did.
Did you turn off the VCR?
Okay, now I want you to get this down. This is the new play we call the quarterback jump. Okay, when I'll snap the ball to you, you go around the left half, then you fake back to the right. You do a lateral to Brzezinski. Okay, then he's going to run forward, drop his helmet. Then we're going to get a rip in your trousers in the back. You go through right through the middle of the line. You jump to the linebacker for the other team, and you got all that.
Raindrops and roses and whiskers on kittens.
Bright, yellow, copper, bright copper, pennies, and flippers on mittens.
All right, all of you police cadets, I want you to pull out your weapons. Come on, let me see you pull out your weapons. You reach down, come on, some of you are left-handed, I can't see that. Reach down and pull out your rods. That's it, okay? Now, I want you to check your ammunition. Make sure you keep your powder dry. All right? Now, all those of you who are on narcotics division, check your stubble. All right? Make sure you have a three-day growth of stubble.
Well, let's see. You go down the road, 18 miles, and you're going to see a fence that's broken down on the side.
Oh, wait, just a minute. I'll never remember all this.
And you're going to turn right.
Let's start over again. There was something about a fence.
18.
Well, welcome to the happy lips of retirement village, and today, as long as you can see, we get up.
Thank you. For the next scene, I'd like a very typical place. A place not in your home, but someplace that probably all of us visit during the day.
Restaurant.
A restaurant, I think I heard in the back. Does that sound right?
Restroom.
What did someone say?
Restroom.
Restroom, thank you. It's like restaurant. It starts. You go to the restroom after the restaurant. Okay, and how about something very precious left to you by a grandparent?
Ring.
A locket, I heard. Thank you.
You work here. You can help me. Please, can you get down this sink?
In a minute.
Well, could you hurry? I'm afraid to run the water or anything. It's just, there's something very important to me.
Hang on. We'll go into a tizzy and be there in a minute. You know, there's no point in rushing this time.
But you don't understand. I'm getting married tomorrow.
And? I'll get it. Hang on here.
Down there. She wanted me to go get her the praise before we got married,
Yeah, that's really something.
and it fell out of my pocket.
Why don't you get a paper towel and blot? Your nose is running.
You really should be like turning that the other direction.
Oh no, are you serious?
Yeah.
God, I've been working overseas. I'm on the alternate.
Will you hurry up and do it?
No, come on, this man's an engineer.
I have one of these at home. It's in the bottom of my sink, just like this, okay?
I
usually
gotta go this way.
Yeah.
Ain't I a dope?
No, let me help.
Okay. Good.
Oh.
That's good. I think we got it there. Hang on here. That's it. You said? Okay.
Just dump the water on the floor. The
Oh,
janitor can
look
clean
at
it.
all that. I'm the janitor. Look at all this hair. Whoa. Needs some outer space. Look at that shit, will you? That stuff smells bad, too. What did you drop in here?
Just a little. I don't want to tell you. You might steal it from me. It doesn't look
Go
like
look
that.
for it in the ladies' room, then. If you don't want to tell me, we'll find it in here.
It's a locket.
It is, huh?
Gold?
Gold, a gold locket.
Probably. What was the appraisal value on that?
$3,200.
$3,200. We could find that, maybe.
I'm still not used to this. We had about 3 feet on the stage, and I feel like I'm walking in space right now. Our next scene is going to be based on that concept known as power. And what is power? Besides electricity, it's power is personal power that we have, and power is different from status. You might be the president of a bank, you might be a drug addict. Actually, you look more like a drug addict. So our position in the world is totally different from what our personal power is, and that can also fluctuate. You are more powerful with some of your friends or peers than others. Some people you look up to, some people you look down to. And what we would like to explore tonight is that concept of power. And oh gee, how are we going to set this up? Can I have a location where two people might get together for an intimate conversation?
Hong Kong.
Okay, let's narrow it down. Where in Hong Kong?
In a bedroom.
A bedroom in Hong Kong. Can I assume a hotel room?
Yeah, go ahead.
I won't assume a hotel room. A bedroom in Hong Kong. And that's all we need, right? Let's just close up and go home. All right. Bedroom in Hong Kong. Thank you. I knew there was something I forgot. They say this stuff is not spontaneous. What Jim and Mimi are doing, I assume, is they're coming down here to call out numbers. And the numbers they're going to call out are on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 being very powerful, very self-assured, very confident, and 0 being a weenie. Limpus, total, nada. So, and they'll be changing the power positions of the person that they're calling for. So you might want to know who you're calling for. And then just watch them play with the different power levels and watch it shift. That's what I meant to say the first time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Get out of here. Thank you.
And I'll be controlling keys, Paula.
They're pushy little devils, aren't they? They bow with everything. What's your name? I don't understand it.
You just haven't been here long enough to get used to it. It's really a very high form of politeness.
9.
Well, I guess I deserve it, but I'm just not used to it. I bet I can get used to it, though.
5. Well, it always makes me feel good to have that kind of respect.
2.
Not too heavy for you, are they, dear?
No, dear. I'll get your trunk in a minute.
Oh, hon.
8. I brought too much stuff. I know I did. Wait, let me help.
Oh, no, please, let me do it for you.
Please don't hurt yourself, though, all right?
6.
Come on.
I got it. It's a little lighter now that we're off the pebbles.
10. Use your thighs. Use your thighs. Use your back.
I'm using the thighs.
10. Over here. You put it right on my suitcase. That's where I've got the glassware in.
Well, you could have moved it. You saw me coming.
I'm certainly not going to get in front of all that power, movement, and strength.
2. I'm sorry.
Would you shift it down to the edge of the bed so I can see if we've got any glassware left?
0.
No, that's okay. Please, you'll hurt your nails.
I'm just so helpless.
10.
I'm going to start working out at the gym. This is the last trip you're going to be carrying everything. I want to assure you of that.
No, I want to carry everything for you.
Well,
To be a part of your life.
it's time for me to assist
To
you in
support you in any way I can.
1.
I said put the ties on the bottom. How am I going to wear something with the right angle in it? You're trying to make me look foolish in front of these little short people, aren't you?
1. All the glassware is broken. Mother's wonderful crystal vase is 3 pieces.
Not the one I packed.
The one you packed. The one that you dumped the chest on top of.
Here, put it in my tie. But the pieces will stay. I'll glue them back. I'll glue them back together when we get home, I
Your
promise.
boss's goblets.
What are you doing?
They're shattered. All there's left is the stems.
It's okay. My boss is nothing compared to your mother.
0.
No.
0.
But yes. Yes. No, compared to you, he's nothing.
You guys can try that on the way home. Driving with somebody, just say, 4, watch it. 10. When the check comes, you say 10. They'll say, I'll pay for the check. No extra charge for that. How to make your life work from an improv show. Okay, for this next thing, what we need is for many big events that take place in our life, marriage and relationships and marriage and relationships. And within those big events, like marriage and relationships, sometimes a problem that can come up. And it might seem inconsequential to a third party, but within the relationship it can be heavy. So what's something that from the outside might seem like it's not very important, but from the inside it could be?
Sibling rivalry.
Sibling rivalry? Yeah, between a man and a woman. In a relationship.
Toothpaste.
Eating habits, I heard. Eating habits. Thanks so much. Yeah, she was the kind of a gal who I wanted to take home.
And I wanted to go to your home and meet your folks.
Even though she always had a bit of spinach and a little bit of butterscotch pudding on the cup of her silk blouse.
He still loved me and brought me home to meet his folks.
The weekend we all went scuba diving and checked out our new wetsuits because I knew otherwise she'd embarrass me to death in front of Mom and Dad.
And let me tell you what it was like eating with them.
What a religious experience. We had 3 forks on each side of the plate. And they went in with both hands. We had finger food. I was so shocked.
So was I.
But then I realized she fit right in. My mom also had spinach between her teeth, and I wasn't surprised anymore. She had grace up to here. She had condiments in her hair, condiments in her hair. And yet I love to run my fingers there.
To join the dots of the spots on his shirt.
We sloppily waded through the dining table together, hand in hand in brandy.
those of you who came thinking you were going to hear one poet recite tonight. We have a bonanza for you tonight. We have 3 poets coming to recite poems for you. The most amazing coincidence. Their poems all have the same title. And I would like you to tell me what that title is because you read the program. So what is the title of this poem?
Blue Moon Upside Down!
Butterflies in Greece?
Yes.
That's what I thought I heard. Yes, that's right. That's right. Next week is the moon upside down. So tonight we have 3 wonderful poets doing their poem on butterflies in Greece, and I think we should welcome them with some warm applause. They'll be, of course, doing this one at a time. One time when we had 3 poets come, we did them simultaneously. A lot of the fun and the lyricism was lost. So we will have them perform their poems individually for you, Butterflies in Greece. So first let's have Dr. Raven.
Butterflies in Greece, rushing to the arms of a young woman I called my niece. Flying ever forward, rushing not knowing, but showing their true colors as they fled the cooking pan into the fire, knowing they could fly higher and higher, not wishing to perspire, but to show that they could resist the muck and mire. As the butterflies churned the grease, as it solidified in front of my niece, as the butterflies rose to the sky, my niece said, "It's so beautiful, I think I shall die, I shall die, I shall die."
To remind you that this is a poetry reading, so smattering of applause is appropriate. I know. If you get carried away and you think that you're in, a ball game or an improv show or something, do you remember this is the agreed upon applause for a poet. And so, moving right along, our next poet is Miss Emily Downworthy.
Butterflies in Greece. Athens or Corfu? Winged creatures for me and you. Gaily flit about the isle, about the town, up and down. Monarchs and swallowtails round my lunch pail. You and me and butterfly, that's 3. Fun in the Grecian sun with butterflies, every one.
And for our final presentation, we will have Dr. Walters here to present his Butterflies in Greece.
Slashing bloodletting, steel-winged harpies from Mount Olympus descend and fornicate and monopolize my attention span with Armageddon-like protuberances, knowing not from the nether slugs in hell, but from the way we were when we had lungs and protuberances to spend time with our beloved ancestors, knowing not how we were paying the income tax of infinity, ripping and shredding like lunar modules in porcupine quill mononucleosis frenzy. But let us talk lightly of things infinite, stupendous in their gorgonzola greed, harp-like and mistletoe missiles blaming the skies for their livelihood, knowing not here but now what goes round comes around and lands on a coach ticket.
See why we went ahead and allowed all three of them to perform their poems, even though they have the same title, so very different. Please do join us next week. We have no idea how many poets will be here, but be assured it will be once again a lovely and very lightning evening and culturally exchangeable. Thank you very much.
Okay, the smattering rule is off now. Okay? We can get full-bodied again and none of this decaffeinated applause stuff. What we'd like to do now is turn loose one of the important members of our troupe, because we always like to do new things, try different things, and this is not an entirely new thing. We did it last time. I have to be honest. But it just seemed like it was so much fun that we thought we'd try it again. And that was, well, just hypothetically speaking, what would happen if we let our one-man orchestra initiate some music or some sounds? Because he's got a, what is that, a Messerschmitt or something?
It's a Stutz Bearcat.
A Stutz Bearcat, so one of the more infinite synthesizers available for the home market. And what he can make any sound known to man except for one-hand clapping, right? But he's a cornucopia of auditory delights. So what we'd like to come back. What we'd like to do is allow him to just start whatever he wants to start. You don't know what he's going to do. We don't know what he's going to do, and I don't even think he knows what he's going to do. So the next 15 minutes or so, we're just going to let Dan take over and see what we do based on what he does. So I'd like to introduce you, first of all, our one-man orchestra, Dan Reich. So we're going to turn the show over to him for a while, and I'll see you on the other side.
Me down here, they said it was going to be hot, but this is ridiculous.
It is always like this in the islands, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, I took about 300 salt pills this morning too, and I just...
Dear, what you need are mangoes.
Mangoes?
Getting some.
The sun is spinning, huh? It's like one big mixing mango painting out there.
Yes?
What do I do with them?
You peel them and you eat them, and you feel years younger.
Really? You have something sharp I can puncture the skin with? This skin.
Mr. Jones.
Feel my mango.
Stay with us on the island.
How long have I been here?
You have been here 1 week.
Oh, God, it seems like a year.
Mr. Jones.
What?
Are you married?
No.
Taste the mango.
Oh, it kind of burns my lips a little.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah?
I think you should take me with you to Chicago.
Oh, you would like it there. You'd fit right in.
I would like it there. I would like your fine house and your servants.
You think? I have more energy in Chicago. I'm not so wet all the time as I am here. But tell me, what would you ask of me if I took you to Chicago?
Only that you marry me and put me in your will.
More mango.
Lady Faversham said,
You must stay out of the closet. It's dangerous. I warned you both. I tried to tell you. What do you think happened to my first 3 husbands? Their curiosity got the best of them. You, my lawyer. You, my nephew. I would have saved you this grief. I would have saved you that pain. I would have saved your shoes, perhaps, too.
The question is, Lady Faversham, how do we resolve this conflict? How do we regain our status in the community?
I have a plan.
Thank God.
Please get up. I cannot stand sniveling. Buck up.
Kahlua and cream, just like grandfather before he passed. Cosmic oneness.
Here's my plan. First off, we shall tell no one of what has transpired here tonight.
No problem.
What you saw in the closet will not be mentioned outside of this room. You'll bring the papers in tomorrow.
Of course.
I want to read you my will.
The will.
That's right.
This will not been for naught.
However, before I change the will, oh dear, he's changing again. Just the stun pellets, just stun pellets.
But I have the silver bullet. It's Kahlua allergy.
I always forget. I'm supposed to give him the cream de mint. Father?
Yes.
Then I can be frank. I want to write him out of the will. He's an embarrassment to the family. I'm intending to add him to the closet.
Step right up, girls. Step, see the naked man with 7 dog heads. See the elephant tribe do a ballet on the head of a pin. See the carousel of death as 20,000 horses plunge into a live volcano and boil before your eyes. Only for 25 cents. Inside. 25 cents. That's good. That's good. Get 2 dimes and a nickel. That works fine, honey. Okay. All right. Step right inside and step inside tent number 2 and see the 7-headed Hydra whip Jason into shape in just about 20 seconds.
Excuse me, mister.
Yeah, what is it, honey? I'm busy. Step in. Yeah, what is it?
Our mom said that you wouldn't let us in because we were too young.
That's no problem. Give me another 25 cents. I'll get him this time, darling. You spend entirely too much time with him.
That was improvising with music. Yeah, sure, but I know why you guys are really here. You guys came to ask one question. How the hell are Eddie and Marlene doing? I don't have the vaguest idea. Eddie and Marlene, for those of you who may not know, are characters that refuse to desert us. They're characters that we used to do years ago, and every 7 or 8 years they make an appearance. And so they've been back recently for a visit, and Eddie is a forklift driver with many other problems, and Marlene is a waitress in the truck stop. And they've been having terrible things happen to them. You know, they're living in a world they never made, and we've we've had them dealing with all kinds of issues. They've dealt with AIDS and infidelity and bankruptcy and, you know, the other 7 or 8 things. But what's an issue that positively or negatively, we don't necessarily need to bum these people out constantly, positively or negatively has an effect on a relationship?
An inheritance!
Inheritance, I heard. Thank you very much. Loud and clear. Okay, thank you.
So then she said, well, if I had big hairy legs like yours, I'd be out there in the street too.
Rudy!
I'm sorry, it's very crazy.
Oh, I about spit up in the chili when he told me that.
I think Rudy is one of
those things where you had to be there?
I gotta tell Eddie later.
He'll like it. He'll like it. It has that nice little sexist twinge to it that he just really
Yeah,
responds to.
Oh God, you know. Oh, God, that gets bigger every day.
I'm real pleased about how well that baby's doing if you're happy.
I'm proud. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know Denise had it in her.
Rudy, you been in the sauce?
Tears.
That's the cutest little boy I've seen in, gosh, just years. All the babies we've been having lately haven't been that cute. You did it. You made a real cutie.
We got formula for it. You know that Denise is a doll. She's a sweetheart, and everything that she is came through in that baby, and I've got to give her credit for it.
You know, you're different since that baby arrived.
Well, I think I'm either maturing or I'm ripening, one of the two, because that kid makes me feel, you know, it's like I'm an adult. All of a sudden, I just don't. You notice I don't roll up my pants cuffs anymore? You know, right down to the shoe, and they kind of smirch over it a little bit like that. That's what adults.
I noticed. I also noticed that your sense of humor's changed. I noticed that you've gotten not so cranky.
You notice that?
I noticed. You don't holler at me nearly as much.
I know. I could go back to the other part if you like.
No, I don't miss that at all.
Clean that counter! Get that grease off of there!
You don't even care.
I don't miss it.
Well, we're off to the doctor's, hon.
Look at that guy. Look at that little guy. Look at that. What a little man.
He is so cute.
I like that little sailor suit you know. That's just great. Can we get a match set soon?
Would you tell Eddie when he comes in that there was been a man calling for him?
Sure.
A Mr. Bowers.
Bowers.
From Philadelphia.
Whoa! For Eddie?
Yeah, for Eddie.
I didn't think he knew anybody out of the county.
Yeah, well.
I don't think he knew that there was an other county.
He seemed to think it was important that he talked to Eddie, and if he couldn't talk to him, he said something about coming out here. I don't know. Well, I'll
Bowers.
see you guys.
See you soon.
Bowers.
Bowers.
See you, little guy.
Bye-bye, Daddy.
God love him, you know? What sweethearts.
I wonder what that could be about.
I don't know. Bowers in Philadelphia. Nothing comes right to my mind.
I got the pest strip, but I thought you were going to get those screens fixed when you got your refund check. There's bugs in there the size of Detroit.
I'll get the materials.
That's the son of a bitch thinks he can sneak up on me after all this.
Catch one of those.
Oh, hey. Hope it's a twist off.
If it ain't, we'll make it. How about some chili?
Pull up a chair, have a seat.
Oh, hon. Denise said there's a Mr. Bowers who's been looking for you. From Philadelphia? I didn't know you knew anybody from
That's what she
Philadelphia.
said. A woman never lies.
I was stationed there in the Army, but that was a while back.
I wonder what that's all about.
Student loan? I don't know.
There's some chili here. I put some extra hot sauce in it because I know that's the way you like it.
Wait.
Oh, doll baby puss.
I gotta go back in the inventory of the olives. I'll be back in a minute.
Affection has its place, but please, not when the sun is up, okay?
I got lipstick all over your neck and your ear.
Yeah.
So who's this Mr. Bowers? When's this back? Come on. You been keeping secrets from me again?
No. I'm as dumb as a pork in a, or something your father used to say.
In a hedge.
Frog in a hedge.
No, I think it was pork in a hedge.
Oh, here we go again.
Hog in a hedge. That's what it was, hog in a hedge.
Sounds like he's an American. You can't tell anymore, you know. The names used to mean something.
Whoa, wait till you see the car that just pulled up there. Big, shiny, black. Woo, look at that.
Oh, it must be a pimp.
What is it? Boy, I haven't seen a limo like that since the Arabs came through thinking there was oil in part of
I
it.
didn't think you could stretch something that far.
Not without a wheel in the middle. Yeah, that's big. That's big.
Oh, look at this, a city dude.
Howdy. Could I bother you for a glass of water?
Sure.
Water's real free around here, mister.
You know, chili's our specialty. Would you like to have a bowl of chili?
Don't think so on a day like today. It's pretty hot already.
How about a brewski?
Brewski?
A beer.
Oh, beer.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
You got it.
Excuse me, I'm Eddie Deegan. I hear you're looking. Are you
You're
about?
Eddie Deegan?
Yeah. And this is Marlene.
Eddie J. Dugan?
So far, yeah.
Well, isn't this a surprise?
Well, this town is pretty small, so people know when somebody's here who hasn't bought any land, you know. So
Oh, I see.
that's
I
it.
see. You're wondering.
This is
Well,
my other half.
I'm sorry. I should have. Philip Bowers of Bowers, Bowers and Kersey.
Well, if it's about that $3,500 I used to divide the forklifts, I intend to pay it back just as soon as Marlene has the baby.
Well, you may be in luck on that, sir. No, actually, it's not about any debt. It's about the possibility that you might be a very rich man. If you live longer.
My nose. Excuse me, I thought you said rich.
He did, Eddie, I heard him.
Well, it's all relative. To some people, $1.5 million would
No! Even Nutley!
$1.5 million?
Well,
Dollars?
No, not exactly in dollars immediately. It's in cash and bonds. And you would have to sign here at the bottom of the page.
Yeah.
You might want to read it through first.
I might.
You'll notice on page 18, here in the real small
I
type.
can't read that high, I'm sorry. Yeah?
Well, let me cover some of the minor points that you'll be concerned about.
Excuse me, sir, I don't mean no disrespect, but I need my lady.
Let me mention some of the clauses I'm sure you'll want to know about. You'll note on page 6, paragraph 3, section 4, that should you carry on in a disorderly fashion that would lead to disrespectful viewing of your family and the honored name of your family as established by your father, Robert Dugan, the Honorable Robert Dugan, I should probably point out, although that's not in the print. We both know, don't we?
Get a lot of mileage out of that.
To continue. Should you be disrespectful to the honor of your family, it will cease to be paid to you on a quarterly basis, and a lump sum will be established in the name of your only child. Do you have a child?
No.
Not yet.
Well, there is a hitch. Go to page 8.
That's not a hitch enough?
Well, no, there's a way around that.
Fire away.
Okay.
Which paragraph?
Paragraph 7, part 3, subsection A. In the case of a natural disaster, should you lose one limb above the waist or two below, all monies would immediately be released for your well-being and keep.
I understand missing body parts. I don't understand what disrespect means. I mean, where's the line? Because
Okay, we should go to the top. Go to page 1. This is what it's really all about. You don't want to listen to this closely, I think. On or before June 3, 1987, you will have to return to Philadelphia and take part in the running and orderly conduct of your family business, whereby you'll be seen as a principal and a spokesman of such in all social matters where the family is expected to attend.
So I have to play camp counselor to my estranged family for how many days?
I don't know, how many is $1.5 million worth to you?
This is so confusing. I mean,
Wait, let me check something out, hon. Does this mean Eddie's got to go to Philadelphia and live there?
No, if he wants to stay here and burp the rest of his life.
just till June 3rd, babe.
No, it begins on June 3rd.
For the rest of my life?
As despicable as that may be, yes.
Gee, Netly. I don't know.
Excuse me. You know, the hog race is starting in about 30 minutes out there. You guys in here collaborating. We're going to miss the kickoff when Big Bessie goes through the mud hole.
You may want to... In this case, you should probably read page 4, paragraph 3, section B.
I don't have my reading glasses on, babe.
No, honey, it says that you have to come and you have to come alone and you have to be there June 3rd.
Actually, I was talking about B, the part about the animals.
No pets.
Well, when do I have to decide?
Well, I could return later today.
What's the outside of the envelope? Whatever.
I like the way he's talking now. I think he's seeing it, yes. I could return in, say, an hour and 42 minutes.
Well, you best do that then, because I can't take your face here. I'm sorry.
Please,
Yes.
read it from top to bottom. I think you'll find it's a very tight and concise program, and I'm sure you'll see the light. I'm hoping you will. Our fee depends on it.
It's 85 cents for the beer.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I got it.
No, please. Until you make a change for 100.
That's on the house. No problem.
Good luck with your decision.
So what's got the Texas tumbleweed in a tizzy here? Well, I haven't seen him sweat so much since the IRS was going to repossess his copy of Penthouse magazine, the annual there or something. It's
Eddie, they don't want me to go with you unless we got a baby. And I don't want to go to Philadelphia anyway.
things are gelling here. Baby, you know, baby.
We could borrow Denise and your baby.
We could rent Denise and mine.
And then if you're rude and disrespectful, it goes in a lump sum to the baby. Only it's going to be our baby. If we rent the baby, then any lump sum's
There's
going to
going to be a
us.
deposit.
Rudy.
But what happened?
I'll give you the baby full. You bring it back empty, I'll give you your deposit.
But see, all the money goes to their baby.
No, but if we rent it, it makes it our baby.
No, it don't.
Well, just temporarily.
To us it do, but what if he decides to go into a snit?
Oh, Rudy wouldn't do
Snips
that.
off. King's time out. No problem. No problem. You know, you rent charming little Joseph, and he'll be your kid for a day or a week or something, and I know I can trust you guys. I mean, God knows, you helped Denise with bringing it into this world, and you take care of it. It's no problem.
It might work, Eddie.
Yeah, I could sure use a new roof on the diner. Hello!
Excuse me, there's a hog sleeping on my couch.
Oh. Push him right off.
I gotta go help him. We'll talk about this later. I can't think.
Honey, the other alternative is just to let the money go. We're doing fine without it.
Except for the what do you call it?
What? Our
know.
debts?
Yeah, our debts.
We've been happy with them, so what?
But I could get my forklifts out of hock. I could get them away from the Teamsters.
Okay, so our choices are, we gotta be deceitful and use little Joseph and say he's ours, and then you get to be disrespectful and then the baby gets the money. Okay?
Yeah.
Or you gotta go to Philadelphia without me
Yeah.
until I have a baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a baby if you're in Philadelphia.
I don't know. Let's ask Rudy. He knows how to do everything.
to smile so that we get this little. That's good. That's good. That's really.
Oh, you meant him
That's
smile.
unique. Yes. Don't you think that's? Forget it. But you know what we need for this next scene? What Keith and I need?
Yes. What is that?
We need.
No, what we need is a sentence, isn't it? We need a short, simple, complete, that's verb and noun, sentence, please. From anybody. Someone
Troglodytes eat ham.
in the back. Great. What was it again?
Troglodytes eat ham.
I'm glad you got the pen. Okay, someone from the back on this side, way in the back, another simple, short sentence.
Go to the store.
Go to the store.
Troglodytes give me a little hitch.
We're doing it with a diagram.
Yeah, I think we're going to draw a picture of a troglodyte. Okay, we're going to do this. Hang on here. You sing or something.
I could write troglodyte easier, I think. But, okay, you probably
Can you
never
spell
heard
that,
about
son?
my grandmother. She's a
Did you spell that
grand-
word? I know T. Don't give me that T shit. I know that word. You got the R too. That's not the problem. My dance card is full. Well, I knew that.
What was the rest of the sentence now?
Eat ham. Wasn't that troglodytes eat ham? Wasn't it? Not Jewish troglodytes.
And I think quite a while ago, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, didn't mean to step on you. Pull it off. Probably paid full price and thinks he's going along out here. I think we got another one from the back, and it was go to the store.
G-O.
We'll improvise up here. You guys.
Go to the store. Okay, the next scene is quite simple. They're gonna start the scene with the first sentence you gave us. They're gonna end the scene with the last sentence you gave us. Why don't we give them a location? Someplace semi-exotic.
Bali.
Bali. Any place in particular within Bali?
Used car lot.
I knew we were going to get that. Used car lot in Bali.
Troglodytes eat ham! $5.
Well, they didn't eat it in the lab, Marge. I don't care what Harvard says.
Listen, it isn't that big a deal, okay?
Well, I think it is. You know, we're trying to do this research. We're trying to replicate the greatest labs in the world. They eat everything but ham.
According to the documentation, they eat ham, they also ate raw eggs, they also ate greenery. A nice, well-balanced meal. I told you they were intelligent.
They're not carnivores, Marge. I mean, that's the whole basis of my thesis. They're not carnivores. How will I ever get that job if I can't prove that?
Why don't you prove they were? Then you'll get the job. All you have to do is just change your approach.
Prove they were.
Yes.
You think they eat beef?
Use this as a beginning. You know, just restate your thesis. It's very simple.
I can't copy Little John. My God.
You don't have to copy, but you can use it as documentation.
I've been at war with that man for years over this. Ham. Listen. This is becoming very personal to you. Yes, it is. All you do is talk about them. Constantly, you're talking about the trouble with them. You never, ever want to talk about anything else. Marge, they're my life. Troglodytes have put me on the map of enterobiological research. I know, and I'm really proud of you, but in addition to being your sister and your lab assistant, life is getting very boring. I thought maybe that this would be a nice trip away. But you won't let it go. And I want to buy this one. We can buy this one. Great. But can we do something first? Sure. I want to see if they'll eat ham, okay? I want to try mine with ham.
Fine. You can get your question about beef answered, too.
And can we try some veal?
Sure. Let's try chicken livers also.
Okay.
How about some prawn or, some fish? We got this. I saw some nice white fish.
Oh, Marge, I see all kinds of possibilities opening up
We
here.
can get the produce, and we could check out broccoli.
Go to the store.
Well, okay. Jesus Christ. Out here, we're so spontaneous. Back there, we got to sign contracts. Not right here. What's something that you would never associate with a church or a temple?
Ham.
Telecommunications?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Telekinesis. Telekinesis.
Isn't that?
Praise the Lord.
Well, I used to be a man of the cloth. You know, I wore it every day. Sometimes I'd get up a little late in the morning and I'd have it on this way. Just this big old Natalie. And I said a prayer to Jesus to increase my powers of telekinesis. I put on my vestments without even touching them.
Brothers and sisters, reach into your pockets. If you're too embarrassed, then draw upon your powers. Think about large bills and wish them up and out and drop them into the collection plate. Bless you all! Bless
Listen to my plea. Reach in and find a key. Think with your mind, or some kind of thing like that. See if it will bend, then I will lend the help of the Lord if you're bored.
Well, I'm a poltergeist in the house
Oh, tell us, please.
I'm raising up his furniture. I'm raising up his board. I'm sending angels spinning through the clouds up above. Oh yeah. And I'm raising all you children in the blood of love.
All got to face that big moving day when all our material possessions get put away. If I were you, I'd call on your regaler, 'cause he can move your shit upstairs. Boy, he's a powerful feller.
I said, brother, listen to me wisely, and listen to me clearly, because I will only say this once. I say only once. And these words are true. Let me repeat myself. I will say this only once. The time is nigh for all of us to take heed, and 10 minutes for a break. The holy break at the center of the program. So wander on out like lamb to the field, where Jesus might look down upon you and say, you can buy coffee, you can buy apple juice, but you can eat the popcorn for free. But remember, when you are done satiating your bodies and removing that which you no longer want, come back to the very spot you left, because that's where we want you. You guys sit down back there. What is this chatting? What is this talking here back here? Sit down, come on.
Drying your hair with those things? Yeah. Two of my very best friends back here. That's why they allow me to shout at them like that. After the show, room city. But I'm up here. It's a visible wall. Welcome back for the second half of our show. Thanks very much for all the suggestions you're giving this evening. I'm a little upset about that. The one woman over here with this T.O. I'm not real happy with that part.
Sorry, Jim.
Thank you. Thank you, Bart. You got to make brownies for next week then, because, you know, sugar makes it work. Okay, what I want you all to do now, and this is kind of fun, really. I want the men to reach their hands down into their pockets, okay? You all can do that. Women, to put your hands inside your purses. Women can put their hands in the man's pocket. No. Okay, now feel around in there. It may sound silly, but when you feel the standard objects. Could you play a little softer there? No, just a little bit softer. You know, objects like a lipstick, or like a guy might have a ring of keys in his pocket, or, you know, some loose chains, things like that. We all carry those kind of things around with us, right? What I need now is an actual physical object with something that's unusual that you might carry in your pocket or in your purse. So, no, please. Thank you so much. But send money. Send money. Could I have the house lights up, please, Scott? Okay. I think it's nice that when women who carry this type of a thing in their purse, we all share it with them.
And you notice the problem with the O-rings was that it was clapped here and it
Freeze! Say when.
Freeze! I'm a tube of toothpaste, short and
I said 3 minutes. This is definitely too soft.
Freeze!
Freeze! Shit, no wonder your radiator's rusted out.
No problem, I'll clean it right up.
Ladies, have you ever been jealous of men on a camping trip?
I see Bobby, and I see Ann, and I see Deborah, and
Freeze! Freeze!
This thing's the spare tire? You gotta be kidding me.
It slices, it dices, it's a roll-around home for your hamster. It'll make funny designs on your forehead. It'll curl your children's hair. But there's more. For oldies.
focus yourself!
You only have to put this on one side of your chest, and that will draw all the poisons out of your system. This will not hurt.
Das ist Frankenstein!
From Ranco, the porta potty.
And whose is this?
And what is
Really?
it?
What is it? We can tell you later what that is. All right, now what we're going to do is get a broad theme from you that we want to explore for the next few minutes. And it's a life theme that we're looking for, a life concept. For example, truth, a life concept. And it affects all of us, whatever our race, color, creed, gender is. Nationality, that's an issue that touches everyone's life.
Sensuality.
So we're looking for a theme, and we'll take sensuality, which is the first one we heard, which is sort of related to your list. And so this is our life piece. It's an exploration of a concept, sensuality. Thank you.
Please, please, don't be shy. Right here. There's nothing to be frightened of. Richard, isn't it?
Yes.
Richard, I'm Dr. Bandy. I like to be open and direct in all of my contacts with my clients. I know it was hard for you to come here, but you wouldn't have come unless you had grave problems with your sex life.
What? It's not that I have problems. I don't have a sex life.
Well, Richard, that's what I'm here for. You will start to have a sex life with me. And me.
Mildred! The hallway over on floor 3 isn't even dry yet. You want to go lie down on it?
Only if I can run first and skid.
Boy, you're good at that too. Remember last week?
Oh no, laying in the mop. There's nothing.
I still smell it, don't you? Oh, that's the mop you got tonight. Well, it was a good memory though.
This one's not as good as synthetic. I like the real rough cotton one.
I do too, when they're a little bit dirty and really gray.
Gray.
Oh, yeah.
This one's close though. Here. There. Run your hands over that.
Here,
Enough.
Cheese.
Okay, all right, I'll take it.
Here, the old sponge trick.
From both sides. Nothing like that. Wait. Oh, you got water.
My water. It's dirtier than yours. You get yours dirty.
I'd like to welcome you to radio station SCNS, where this evening we have a very special guest, a doctor who's traveled throughout the world and who will answer the questions that our studio audience will be addressing to him, as well as the people on the air. This doctor has especially He's especially trained in the problems that men have with the new sort of sensitivity and sensuality. So can we have some questions from our studio audience for Dr. Fielding? Welcome, Dr. Fielding.
Hi, Jack.
A question from our studio audience for Dr. Fielding, our male sensuality expert, please.
Should I get a vasectomy?
Gentleman in our studio audience, doctor, would like to know if he should get a vasectomy.
Well, you might consider that. Then again, I would need to know more about your history. Do you have, in fact, children of your own nature?
You can answer the doctor back.
Several. Several children.
Several children.
Well, then your time is up.
Can we have another question, possibly from the other side of the studio audience?
My husband has an aversion to underwear. Does this mean something?
Can I ask you, ma'am, is it his underwear or your underwear?
He doesn't wear any.
He has an aversion to his own underwear.
Right, he doesn't wear any.
He wears no underwear.
Right.
Does this have any meaning, doctor?
Yes, it does. It goes back to the days when men had prehensile tails.
Audience response.
I thought it was static. Thank you for being happy with that answer, but I will continue for free. Because men need to have a growth experience, male bonding, and their coccyxes, may I say that in the air? Their coccyxes are very overlooked, as we say. And so men tend to develop their bodies and their minds, but not their coccyxes. This is a way for him to get back to the root of his beginnings.
Getting back to his nature.
No, I said root of his beginnings.
Sounded like nature in the moment. Question from way in the back of the house, please. Men, sensuality, this evening's topic.
They're all very happy, well-adjusted.
I think that's
the breeding habits between the male human and the ape.
You want to contrast those two breeding habits?
Please.
Could you contrast the breeding habits between the male human and the male ape? And you don't mean the male human and the male ape?
I was going to ask what your personal experience was. Well, a lot of us makes chimpanzees of ourselves very easily, and I think that this might be one example. Male and ape, what was the question?
Contrast the sex life, love life?
Please.
You're still awake, good. Between the human male and the male ape.
Yeah, I won't do that on the air, but if you come to the parking lot, I do have some pictures.
Question from this side of the house in the back, please. For the doctor. Male sensuality. I know many men out there probably have never touched anyone else or themselves with affection.
While we're waiting, I could mention my new book, Male Sensuality, Myth or Fiction. In the liner notes to that book, you studied many different cultures. Could you share with us perhaps what was the most unusual sort of male sensuality experience that you had within a distant culture one we're not familiar with? Certainly. Well, there are several extinct cultures. They had a problem with sensuality, and that's why they died out. It's the law of supply and demand, and
it's a good law.
Yeah. So also, cultures that discovered the condom were in trouble for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, and I know this flies in the, or I don't want to say flies in the face, but it sort of, goes against the grain of what we're proselytizing now, but condoms for some reason just totally destroyed any sexual urges in most of the tribes up until about 700 AD.
And what was the turning point there? What made it all of a sudden
the discovery of rubber.
There are many things that people find sensual. It's a very subjective experience. So other than the obvious, what is some object that you find sensual?
Egg yolks.
Like egg yolks. I want to let you know that I'm a
a woman who's really blue. And I want to sing to you about how my heart is breaking. Daniel, it's the torch Well, my baby left me, and I cried a year. My baby left me, and I cried a whole long, bloody, weepy, wet year. And I know someday you'll be sorry, I feel. My baby's gonna be sorry too. He used to wake up in the morning light, thinks his breakfast all cute and tight. He would wrestle those eggs all around his plate. I couldn't stand it, it made me want to mate with him day or night. But he loved his breakfast even more than me. He'd play with those egg yolks I couldn't bear to see. He would turn them over, he would push him this way, that. I'd get so hurt, I'd just wanna hit him with the bat. My baby left me for an egg yolk. He's living now in a diner, they say. I can't stand seeing people in love. It makes me want to break things and chop things up above. And get out their existence and not look at them. I think I'm gonna skip Easter this year.
Well, if you'd ever be on time, it wouldn't matter. Jesus. We were supposed to be there an hour ago, and you're still doodling around.
I'm still doodling around.
I said that.
I know you did.
And you're always late, and it just makes me nuts. I grew up in the Catholic Church. You had to be on time for Mass, you had to be on time for school, you had to be on time, you go to the job, everything was on time. I gotta be on time. You make me late, I'm so embarrassed. And you never apologize. I always have to go in and say, sorry, our fault, our fault. It's your fault. I'm gonna start saying it's his fault.
So your assertiveness training is coming along very well.
Thank you for noticing.
I'm glad you're expressing yourself. It's just I feel like you just dumped all over me.
That's probably because I just dumped all over you. I got palpitations from all this you making me late stuff all the time. I'm going crazy with this.
Well, I understand you're in touch with your feelings. I just wish you'd keep them to yourself. I'm glad you're like a loose cannon now, and I feel like I can't trust you. I feel like there's no. See, you're treating that apple better than you're treating me. You never stroke me, you never touch me, you just bitch, and then you bite into an apple.
Get in the fridge, I'll shine you on my sleeve. These things don't make me late. These things don't affect my life, they don't embarrass me, they don't give me palpitations.
We should talk about that.
These things nourish me.
Oh, wax poetic, you slime ball. All right, the gloves are off. You're a weenie. I hate you.
Oh, wait a minute. That came from way down here.
You only think of yourself, how everything relates to you. You don't see how things are impacting on me.
I drove you all the way to Denver for your mother's birthday last year, didn't I?
Once.
And I sat in the car. You went in. I didn't even go in. I'm that sensitive. I knew it was important to
And
you.
you never let me forget it. I know.
Well, we're not going to get together on this one.
I know what's bothering you.
Oh, really? Save me $75 this week. I don't have to go to see Virginia. You know, tell me. Just lay it on me here.
Irene. Huh?
I told you never to mention her name in this house.
Too late. I did. I found it. That's the problem, isn't it? All this stuff about how I'm wrong. You're just distancing yourself from me because of Arlene.
I'm going to eat a whole jar of gherkins.
Personality. Listen, I thought we got this settled. I talked to you. She explained everything. She said you were a wonderful man, but you were living in your head, and that she needed somebody who could touch her and feel her and be with her and not give her KP. That's my fix up.
You know all this stuff about Arlene.
Oh, sure.
How do you know all this? You've been talking to Arlene? Arlene's been talking to you?
We communicate. We talk. She made her decision. You can't live with it, I'm sorry. But don't take it out on me. You make me feel like I'm 12 years old every time I come over here.
It's those short pants. Okay. Truce. Time out. Okay. You know how hard it is for me to admit that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes me usually. I want to tell you I'm growing up because usually I get real defensive, you know. But I'm hearing. Can I say in California, East View, I hear what you're saying. I mean, I hear it, and it is Arlene.
That's fair.
But I can't kick her ass because she doesn't live here. So I'm sorry, but I got to take it out on somebody. Otherwise, I would just be such a wreck. It's because I care about you.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Not with that attitude. Touch me with a better attitude. Come on. Give me a better attitude. Go ahead, touch.
Hey, how you doing?
A little insincere.
Oh, artificial.
No, yeah.
Let's see.
Maybe a different part of the body.
No, not that part. Well, okay. Let's try this for real. I'm glad that you're my roommate.
You don't care that I'm that late?
Well, that drives me fucking crazy. I'm glad that you're my roommate.
It's a start.
Just, if I can accept you as you are, if I can accept myself as I am, maybe then I could accept you as you are. And then I feel that, I don't know, we've been together 3.5 years, and I don't have leprosy. My guts aren't exploding. I mean, what the hell?
Arlene, it's getting better.
No, not that.
That was our look at sensuality. There's a blues singer, local blues singer named Maxine Howard, who's very wonderful, and she sings what she calls, one of the names for it is the Wild Woman Blues. She doesn't sing blues about, my baby left me and the orange juice is hot. She sings blues about being alive and being your own person, no matter who you are. We'd like to sing some blues for you now. What is the kind of blues that might fit into something Maxine Howard would sing? Happy blues. What's something?
A back
New
rub.
car blues. What was a back rub? Thank you. Okay, let's get down. All right. Back rub blues. My baby came home just the other day. He said, honey, honey,
girls, oh man, they really know how to swing and sway. Meaningful pause. They stand on your back and tap dance on your... Everything gets in the way.
I bought me a chair just the other day. Chair.
What kind of chair?
Just the other day.
Tell us about it.
It's got magic fingers. And God, I love how they linger. Oh yeah.
Well, my very best friend.
Who's that?
Has got a pair of magic hands. Woo! I like that. Oh, my very best friend. He's got a terrific pair of magic hands. Woo! And he really knows how to work up and down my spine, my legs, my feet, and even my hands.
I used to work in an aquarium. People always said those fish were so darn cold.
Oh, they're cold. Boy, they're cold. Woo.
I'd be cleaning out those tanks, and those little fins would come up around me. You know, actually, sometimes they were pretty darn bold.
She's cold.
But my favorite was the octopus, because when he would grab me, man, that sucker would really hold.
Thank you, everybody. This was the first show in a 5-show series of Flash Family shows. We're really delighted that you could all make it out. Some of you didn't quite make it in the theater, but we want you to know that we will be here for 4 more weeks. On Saturday night, same time. Tell your friends. They don't necessarily have to come, because I don't know if we can get any more people in here. But I would like to thank some of the people that really helped make our show possible. You can thank yourselves, and you can also thank our light man, Mr. Scott Keck. And of course, the man who knows how to pack you in, our house manager, Mr. Ed Buckley. The reason you don't notice him is because he did his job really well and made everything real comfortable for all of us here. So we really don't want to overlook people. Also, the man who's been playing with us all night long, giving us impetus and covering the holes, Mr. Dan Reich. As you heard at the beginning of the show, in addition to being Flash Family, we do have Christian names, and I'd like to share those with you now. Please, a round of applause for Mimi Deegan.